Hello. Okay, excellent. I was a little bit worried this wasn't going to work for a moment, even though I did test it beforehand. Yeah, hello. Today we are playing More Leaf's Odyssey. Today we're going through some unpublished worlds. So what does that mean? What even is an unpublished world? Great question. Uh, an unpublished world, in this case, is just a world that hasn't been published yet. Or maybe was published but was taken down. So, yeah, these are worlds that haven't been made public. What am I saying? What's going on with my mouth today? The words they're like tumbling out. My mouth is turning into like spaghetti. But yeah, no, these are worlds that haven't been published ever. They probably, I don't know, I won't say they probably never will be, but I think some of them, yeah, have been submitted and definitely won't be published. Some of them were never meant to be published. Some of them are unfinished, work in progress, but haven't seen updates in many months. So I don't want to assume that they're dead, but you know, it's been a while. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to like showcase this stuff. You know how like some streamers will like showcase lost media, right? Like I thought it was kind of worth going through some of these worlds that may or may not end up being lost to time. So yeah, let's dive into it. So today's world, or at least the first world for today, is called Leaf's Magic Show. So if you might notice that everything on my list of worlds is a blue dot. The reason for this is because I had to downgrade my client version. So so Leaf's Odyssey, this version of Leaf's Odyssey that I'm running is 1.0.8, I believe. And I don't know if this world works on other versions of the game, but that's the version of the game that I know it definitely works on. So yeah, let's just dive right into things here, shall we? All right, so this one doesn't have any music so far, at least from what I can tell. Welcome to Leaf's Magic Show. Today's performance will be conducted by Leaf with the help of a monster at the start of each room. So please give a warm welcome to Simon, Miles, and Ryan. I hear they're all excited to help Leaf out. Exiting a room you just entered may require you to restart world, so try not to do that. Yeah, so I guess Simon, Miles, and Ryan are all angry eyes, if I had to guess. Yeah, so this is the first room here. Also, I should show off the description for this world, I guess. Can I do that from here? Or maybe I can show it later. We got like a nice :D face here, I just realized. So yeah, this is a version of the game where on turn 0, the room isn't considered clear. So yeah, it takes a little bit before the game realizes that, hey, the room is clear and we should toggle the state of all these monster gates. Wow, with a quick flick of the paw, Leaf has made pillars rise out of the earth. Only pressing undo better showcases Leaf's amazing magic tricks. Pressing reset after Leaf has survived the room clear turn will cause all monster blocks to permanently update to the room solved state. So yeah, here we go. If we undo it, it looks like that. I don't know why it says monster blocks here. I think they got it mixed up with monster gates. Because yeah, monster gates and monster blocks, not the same thing. And now we have levitation. So yeah, there's hot coals here and an open monster gate. But for some reason, Leaf is up high. Leaf is levitating over the ground. Blink and you'll miss it, folks. Leaf entered this room, soaring through the air. The hot coals didn't even light up. However do they do it? Up next is Leaf's most mystifying trick yet. Alright, so this one's called Resurrection. Nowhere we can go, but if we die by trying to move in any direction here, or wait, we can undo, and everything looks the same, but let's try walking into the door again. And we just go right through! Incredible, everyone! Leaf has slipped past the monster gate, but only after dying to the hot coals and rewinding back in time. So yeah, this is super cool. You can do stuff where dying is part of the solution. And yeah, here's a magic trick. We can't read that sign. That sign is way up there. We can't read it from here. Here's a rejected magic trick. We also can't read that sign. We also can't clear this room because these angry eyes are here. So yeah, we won't be able to read those signs just yet. And here's the penultimate trick. As you can see, there's just walls everywhere, nowhere else we can go. So the only way we can solve this is by doing this. But oh hey, there's a gold star underneath this block. So yeah, that's pretty much the entire world. It's just a glitch showcase for a glitch that got patched, and yeah, you can't go over here. This is just completely blocked. And there's nothing else here. So obviously, if we want to actually see everything here, we're going to have to go back to the level editor. So let's select the world. Yeah, we can look at this description here. Leaf's Magic Show, created by Emanating, by the way, just to give credit here. It's a short showcase of some silly turn zero bugs. And yeah, these have been patched. They were patched a long time ago at this point. So yeah, let's look at what this looks like in the editor. So here's Resurrection. So here's the sign that we weren't able to read. Let's see what it says. Bunny noises. Alright. And what does this one say? Evil bunny noises. This is the evil bunny. I like how it has like these eyes and it has this like mouth here, like it's like angry. It's gonna like, or it's like a monster. It's gonna like eat you. And then there's this room, which only exists. Oh, actually, this should have been enterable if this statue didn't exist here. That's interesting. My final trick was making you think this room was accessible. Oh, and there you go. That's the whole thing. Yeah, and this is not a glitch or anything. Oh, there's another face here, I think. Yeah, this is this is another sideways face. I just realized. I thought it was just like a random arrangement of blocks, but no, this is another face. But yeah, that's this world. Pretty cool stuff. So with that, we're gonna go flip over to another, or not abandoned, unpublished world. But I'm gonna have to change my my client version here. So hold up, let me just quit Leaf's Odyssey. Now we're gonna pop open the usual Leaf's Odyssey instance. Okay. Looking good, looking... Yeah, I got disconnected there. Hold on. Let's give it a sec. Reconnection successful. Okay, good. Cool. Alright, alright, alright. Apparently, closing Leaf's Odyssey and switching to the other version of Leaf's Odyssey that I have on Steam is maybe problematic. But yeah, let's dive into... Drum roll, please. There's no drum roll. Where is it? Wait, it was up here, wasn't it? This one's called Best World Ever. So, yeah, this was a late April Fool's world uploaded for 2025, made by Creative Ferret. I've talked a little bit about this one in the past, but I'm not sure if everyone has seen the original version of this world. So we're going to reset our progress on this one. We're just going to give it another playthrough. Also, Alex Diener, the creator of this game, did not showcase this world. I think he might be skipping it. So yeah, let's go through it. So I didn't have access to my PC for a while, from March 24th to April 4th. So here's a late April Fool's world. But yes, I did try on this, and it is long. So yeah, have fun, wink wink. So this room is called E. Yeah, this room is called Push. I think this one, the goal was to just like push a bunch of blocks and like waste a bunch of your time because you have to like bridge all the way across all this. I'm not sure if that's actually what you have to do though. Yeah, so that toggle switches up high, so you can't really easily hit it. But yeah, this isn't really like a puzzle or anything per se. You just have to make a bridge here. And then you can get this prime key. Alright, so that's one key here. There's a room to the south. I believe you can enter it from here. Okay, yeah, this one's called Eyes. And there's also Just Walking here. So yeah, we can enter this from down here, and you just have to swim upstream, and that's basically all this room is. Oops, like this. Oops, getting this finger dance down is a little tricky for me. Oops. Yeah, this is the entire room. It's just doing this over and over again. Oops. Yeah, you can probably tell why this world did not did not make the cut for the videos. Like, this is kind of the equivalent of like a troll level in Mario Maker, basically. Yeah, this is where the key was, and I don't believe there's anything else here other than that one prime key, so let's just go get that. But yeah, this is just like, this is another time waster room. Like, is there a funny joke here? Not really. Right? Like, this isn't really funny, per se, it's just, this is a waste of your time. I mean, I guess what's maybe funny for, like, the author is that you, the player, are wasting your time playing this, right? Like, that's kind of as far as, humor goes in this. And then there's this puzzle called Easy, which I believe isn't possible. Yeah, this room isn't actually possible. I distinctly remember this room actually cannot be cleared. And, well, you can't get the key. Yeah, so you actually just have to leave that room alone. And the trick is that underneath one of these doors is another prime key. So yeah, you're apparently allowed to put keys underneath doors. I actually didn't know this before playing this world, so that was kind of a surprise to me. Yeah, I have known that for a while now, since I did play this world quite a while ago. This room is just called Gween, and there's just a bunch of keys. You just can't get them. This one's called No Spoilers. for Biden Memories. Oh wait, no, I don't Oh, no, I have to actually clear this. Yeah, so this is... In the original version of this world, there was a literal copy and paste of a room from... what's that world called? Adventurer, yeah. This is a copy and paste of a room from Adventurer. Yes, stop disconnecting, please. We're not dropping any more frames? Okay, cool. Excellent. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. I'm clicking all the wrong buttons. Yeah, yeah, the reason why this world was removed was because this room is here. It's just a copy-paste from another world. Well, this is one of the reasons why this world was initially removed. Other than it just you being kind of, you know, low quality. But yeah, the reasoning for this room existing is because I think Alex Diener spent like 7 episodes of his adventure playthrough playing this particular room. Like, he was really stuck on this puzzle. So yeah, that room is there. We'll come back to it in a moment. Let's go explore the other rooms here. This one is Impossible Without the Editor. I believe you don't ever actually need to get that key. And this one's called Totally Not Another Game Reference, which I'm gonna be honest, I actually don't know what this is. If this is a reference to something, I genuinely don't know what. But yeah, this room is trivial. You just do that and the room is cleared. So yeah, that's one Terra key. There's this one. So the premise of this room is that all this cobblestone path is supposed to be what the author calls black ice, or player ice, in Leaf's new meta adventure. So they kind of created a house rules based puzzle element. So that's what this is. This is just... Oh yeah, and the way that player ice works is that if you step on it, you can't stop moving in that direction until you step on another tile type. So yeah, I can only move in one direction once I step onto it. Someone made another world about this puzzle element, and they added some additional rules about like how it interacts with push blocks. But otherwise, it's a fairly straightforward mechanism. So yeah, if you do this, 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 and then this. But you didn't remember the rules. Guess what ice this is? Yep, reset. No, I knew. I knew. So yeah, this is for people who played New Meta Adventure, I guess. Yeah, now we have to actually solve Missile, which I genuinely don't remember how to do. It's been a little bit. What's the sign say? Only true people will understand this one. Okay. So I believe the goal is to make this bomb bug turn around so it doesn't just like blow you up when you like step across here. At least I think that was the goal. I'm trying to remember how this works exactly. I remember you have to get like a bomb bug. Did you have to get a bomb bug across a pit? to like remote control blow up and push this block off of this switch so that you could come in here later and then push it back on so that you could reset the room to this state. I believe that's what this room was about, yeah. Yeah, because this is a separate world, I can't even like pull my replay from Adventurer to do this. But wait, I think I actually do have a replay for this room, don't I? Yeah, because I literally cleared this before. Oh, and I entered from there. Never mind. So yeah, I do have a way to replay this without having to actually just do the whole room over again. Let's see, how did I do this? Right, we stack up those blocks. Push them there, apparently. Yeah, pull the bomb bug over. Put that up there. What am I doing with this? I have no idea. There might have been some undoing happening too. Oh wait, no. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so I had the wrong idea. Apparently, I really forgot this room. For some reason, I haven't refaced the southwest bomb bug yet. I guess I'll do that late in the puzzle. I'm just doing this setup here. I probably forgot and then had to undo and then did it. If I had to guess. That's what this replay will probably show. Okay, there's the reface. Yeah, so this one... Okay, so I use that other push block to block the bomb bug. So I get this remote detonation. Yeah, there we go. And then since the bomb bug explodes while it's over the pit, it knocks over the top block on that stack, which causes it to end up on the pressure plate. And then I can cook the monster block and blow up this bomb bug, and then we're done. And I believe, yeah, there is no exit here for some reason. Well, because it's just a copy and pasted room. That's why. But yeah, that should be enough Terra keys to go down here. So this room is called Garuden. I don't know why. I don't know what this room is about. If it has like a reference or something. But yeah, there we go. Now we can clear this. And then we get that sky key. Yo, what's up, CF? I'm playing your world. I'm playing an early version of your world. This one's called When Time Stops. What is this about? See, I don't even remember these rooms. These rooms just kind of happened. Yeah, you just kind of go through this room. There's kind of really nothing here. Buy one, get one free. I'm not even sure what you're referring to here. Oh, I see. I just realized this is actually 2 sky keys, not 1. Yeah, I feel like I never realized that before. By the way, I don't know if you have audio on. Actually, I should check my mic. Is my mic on? my microphone is on, right? Yeah, my mic is on. I do have audio. Just checking. But yeah, if you haven't been here the entire time, I highly recommend that you go back and watch the beginning of the VOD. A-E-I-O-U. Yeah, I don't know. This is just like another room that just kind of exists. So yeah, now we have 3 infernals. We can go here. Free. Yes, very free. Lots and lots of keys. I think I will probably end up capping out on keys. So let me show you what the key limit is. Yeah, you can collect up to 99 keys, and then you actually can't collect any more. Oh, that's interesting. So if you have 99 keys, if you step on another key, you can't collect that. That's interesting. You know, I don't think anyone has ever actually used this as like a puzzle element in an actual puzzle. But I feel like you could do interesting things with this. Like playing around with the key capacity limit. I don't really know like how that would work, like how I would like visualize that specifically, but I really do feel like that is a thing. And also, yeah, there's another key hidden underneath a door here. And yet another one. But yeah, that's it. That's the entire world. And then you win and also die on the same turn. And yeah, that's it. That's the entire thing. There's one room that can't be cleared, and it's that one impossible room. So yeah, you can't gold checkmark this world. At least as far as I know. There's no way to gold checkmark this, but that's intended. It's a trick. Because it's an April Fool's world. But yeah, there you go. That's best world ever. That's the old version of the world. So now they're showing off the old version of the world. I think it would actually be interesting to show off the new version, the current one that is currently up. Let's go pull that one up real quick. Here we go. Got that world downloaded here. Actually didn't really think about this until just now, if I'm going to be honest. But I was like, wait a minute, wouldn't it be kind of cool to like show off the differences between the old version and the current version of the world? So yeah, let's plop that down right here. I'm gonna go and import that real quick. So yeah, we're gonna take this one and I'll import this as a copy. Oh, you're watching the full BWE thing first, so sorry if you can't respond instantly. Okay, I see. Oh, I want to rename this. Can I rename this? How do I rename this? Oh, edit, probably, yeah. If I edit this and then change the world info, edit world name, I'll just call this one, version 2, B2. Alright, we're gonna play this one now and see what the differences are. So that's the same. Yeah, this looks the same. I don't think anything's changed here. I guess I don't really have to replay this, but if I want to have a legitimate checkmark for this world, then I guess I can do that. But yeah, I think this room is unchanged. Let's just put that there, whatever. Okay, that was a little bit inefficient, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's get that key. Okay, right, and you can't exit this room until you go down here. Right. This room looks the same. Yeah, I should have imported this as a copy. Or not as a copy, but maybe I should have replaced the original version of this world. So I could just like run the replays over this instead of actually having to like resolve stuff. Oops. Sorry, these finger dances are actually kind of tricky to do, for me, at least. Like, it's very repetitive. Ah. Wait, what? Did I accidentally get this mixed up somehow? I must have. Yeah. There we go. Alright, let's see what's over here. Let's get these keys. Okay, this is the same. Nothing changed here. Wait, what? Oh, right. Enter from here. I keep forgetting that. Alright, get our key under the door. Oops, right, that's not open yet. Alright, so this room is the same. Alex said he never removed BWE due to low quality, just 2 rooms. One which was his mistake, which was the you need editor key. And also the reference is to pressure? Okay. Oh. Interesting. I think it was Imaginatory who said that. Said something about this world being too low quality, and so people mentioned that it might want to be like skipped or removed or something. Oh, for Biden, Memories is very different looking now. Different signpost. What? Okay. Alright, so the room here basically just doesn't exist anymore. It's just... You can see the shape of it a little, but yeah, it's just a completely different room now. Alright. And the rest of this is the same, I'm guessing? What's Garuden? I genuinely have no idea what Garuden is. And then there's this room. I'm not sure if this is a reference to anything, but it might be. Oops. Make sure you actually hit that. Let's get out of here. Okay, I'm gonna use the speedy ferret glitch. I don't know, it's gone by 3 different names at this point. I don't know what we're calling it. But yeah, that's a bug that I will actually be abusing a little bit for a little bit faster movement here. And for the next entry as well. Wait, how does it work? There you go. Leaf forgot the earlier room. You're live? Okay, okay. Can you tell me what Garuden means? What does Garuden mean? What is when time stops? What are these rooms? Are these references to something? Yeah, you call it 3-button speed, the speedy ferret glitch. What is it? If you press opposite directions, right, you press a direction opposite of the one that you want to go in first, then you hold the direction you want to go in, then you tap one of the 2 orthogonal directions, and then you start moving at like triple speed or something. It's crazy. Wait, what? Oh yeah, I have to go up here. Also, is this a reference or something? I don't understand this room. This looks like a kind of a room that just exists. By the way, guys, if you haven't seen the first world that I played today on stream, Leaf's Magic Show, I highly recommend you go back and watch that one if you haven't already played or seen that world, because that one's actually pretty crazy. Could be interesting to have a world where you need to add a missing block or part to each puzzle in the editor before solving. That could be kind of an interesting idea, yeah. Like if you have like house rules around that. Oh, they're guards in the garden. Interesting. You'll watch the stream, don't worry. Alright. Yeah, this is something that I think is really cool though. Like, I kind of feel like it'd be neat to see a world that takes advantage of this key limit. Like your pocket only holds so many keys. That's where one time stops. It's a random name. Okay, good to know. But like the fact that you can't even collect the key once you've capped out, like this is interesting. Like you could conceivably make it so that you can't pick up a key that you will actually need. Like maybe there's like 100 doors, or like more than 99 doors of a particular type, and like if Leaf steps past a key in like a hallway with like toggle doors surrounding it or something, like maybe if you exit that room you can't ever get that key again. So like you would actually like lose the opportunity to get that key. I think that could actually be really interesting. Like you could actually use this as a puzzle element. So yeah, that is actually something kind of neat that this world does showcase that I never knew about, or at least if I knew about it, I completely forgot about it, and now I kind of feel like that would actually be a really cool thing to build a world around. But yeah, that's Best World Ever version 2. Nothing too different other than that one change to missile. Reverse key somehow. Keys are doors and doors are keys. Oh, that'd be crazy. I kind of wish you could stack doors. I guess you can actually. Wait, no, yeah, you can stack doors. You can have multiple doors on one space. I forgot about that because Curseum. So you could actually make a world where you have like hundreds of keys in a room, and yeah, that, huh. Okay, that's giving me ideas. That's giving me ideas, but not right now. Not right now. Let's not think about that too much right now. All right, that was Best World Ever. So the next world on the list that I have here is called Leaf's Puzzles of Pain. Where's Leaf's Puzzles of Pain? Here we go. I have a gold check mark on this one even. Ugh. But we're gonna reset our progress. Well, I guess I don't actually have to play these all out because I have the replays now. So let's just play it. So yeah, just to show off the description of Leaf's Puzzles of Pain. So this one was submitted, I believe, and the committee of people who approve the worlds for publishing, I think they rejected this one, or I think the author is Creative Ferret again, and I believe CF here actually did say when submitting this not to actually post this to the list. And so, yeah, it wasn't actually posted, but for some reason it was still submitted anyway. Yeah, this is... in this world, these puzzles have been made intentionally bad, from okay to war criminal in 5 different areas. This is a joke, and I don't expect this to be added lol. Please don't. Have fun. So yeah, you can already kind of guess what this is going to be. Please don't enjoy. In this world, these puzzles have been made intentionally bad. From okay to war criminal in 5 different areas. At least the decorations are okay. Thank God. Well, this world will make a grown man cry. Emphasis on will. Also, almost all rooms are untitled to make it even less fun. It was posted in TPG, was it? Okay. I don't remember you posting this, like, publicly at all in, like, the Discord, but yeah, these are all worlds that weren't published to the actual, like, world list. At the end, up there, the worst puzzle I could think of. Worse than War Criminal, and even worse than everything combined, not really. Be ready for a fun time. Also, okay is an overstatement when really okay is really bad. Sorry if I get banned for a week for making these bad puzzles. You were not banned. Are they even puzzles at this point? Also, I am so sorry, not really, to anyone playing this. This is more of a joke, so I don't expect this to be added for obvious reasons, but if it does, I'm not legally responsible for any broken PCs you'll have, and it was never published, so. Horrible puzzles. He posted it after you submitted it, really? I have no recollection of this, but yeah, this is what a lot of the rooms are. They're just time wasters. But actually, I do believe... Oh, wait, hold on. Feature, useful, good new feature added to the game that makes this room a lot better. Aha. You see? Yeah, this room is nowhere near as bad as it used to be. This room is definitely not as bad as it used to be. Because the latest version of the game does allow you to just click on the waypoints you want to travel to. Your room got destroyed. Honestly, this is pretty cool, though. It's just like teleporting around. It looks really silly. What is this room? Oh, no. Yeah, so... This is a slug timer-based room. Yeah. This is like the slug timers from Monster Metropolis. You have to wait for all the slugs to eventually, hopefully, line up on the pressure plates, and it takes a really long time. So, rather than actually play through this, I'm just going to skip. Well, I'm not going to skip through it, but I'm going to speed this up significantly, so I don't actually have to press the buttons. Leaf dies while watching paint dry. We'll get to that one. Don't you worry. And yeah, there's the sky key. So that's this section done, and we can just teleport out of here. These are okay puzzles, and these are bad puzzles. Let's start with bad. Okay, no room to the north. I think this room is just about walking back and forth. Yes, this room is literally just walking back and forth. No, we're not going to play all of Paint Dry. It's very short, trust, yeah. You're talking to the person who created Leaf Watches Paint Dry. Wait, why did I even do that? I need to do this. Oops, let me do the 3-button speed thing here. Oh, whoops. For some reason I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing here. Yeah, see how fast that goes, though, when you have the 3-button speed glitch? That just goes so much faster. How does this work again? Right, that goes there. Right, we need to push all these up. Just one. Yeah, this puzzle is actually... I shouldn't say puzzle. This room is not that bad. But it's just like a tiny bit tedious, that's all. This room I think is a little bit more tedious. Wait, can I even input this one? Oh, that's right! I used the 3-button speed glitch in this room. Which means that the replay doesn't work. It's desynced. Oof. Show how to do the glitch? I think I already showed how to do it. I showed it in the Best World Ever playthrough. Yeah, it's just you hold opposite direction, then the direction you want to go in, then you tap in orthogonal direction. And if you do this, it's actually not too hard to do this if you practice. Like, if you practice this glitch enough, like, you could actually use this conceivably for, like, a speed run or something. Oops. Wait, what? Which one went down? This one? Okay. Yeah, but if you use this glitch, I think it can desync replays, or at least it used to. I believe that has been fixed now. Oh, that was this one. It's a lot easier to be consistent with this if you pick just like one axis to use the glitch on, and obviously the horizontal axis is like the superior one because rooms are wider than they are tall. Yeah, you can just do that, and these little curves kind of make it impossible to use that in any meaningful way. Gotta be careful around the room boundaries in case you accidentally step out of the room. You could have made this room actually so much worse by making it so you could accidentally step outside of the room. Because I know that I get angry when I play worlds and I accidentally step out of rooms. Especially when I'm like deep into it. And it's not my first time visiting the room, so like there's no replay either. Like this room could have been so much worse. I know I shouldn't be giving you ideas, but yeah. I know how to do it vertically. I know how to do it vertically. It's just easier to not have to switch axes. There's no difference, really. Oh wait, this is how you enter this room. Yeah, this is just like a bunch of cracked walls. That's it. I think this is just hit the switches again. I want to say. I think that's what this is about. Yeah, it just seems like you just go back and forth hitting switches. And every time you do a full cycle, then the snake moves one. Like this room, I'm sure I must have a working replay for. Okay, there we go. What is this room? Oh, this is just a room where you have to like walk back and forth, isn't it? Oh wait, no, don't watch it. Actually input it. Oh, no, my replay desync. No! Okay, never mind. Forget it. I was using 3-button speed in this room as well, which makes sense. This is one of those kinds of rooms. Yeah, if you want to play a world to practice 3-button speed, this is the world to play. Unfortunately, it's not published, so you won't be able to get that practice in unless you just make your own world like this. But yeah, there you go. This is the world to practice this glitch, because you're going to be doing a lot of running around, and saving time is a nice thing to do. Oops, that would be like this. There we go. It just like slingshots you so far. Alright, now for, I think this is like the worst set of rooms over here, painful. Do I even have a replay for this one? Like surely... Wait, this one's only 13 moves. That's one move. Okay, I guess I don't. Oh, right, because... Yeah. This thing exists here. I genuinely don't remember how this works. But at least I can... Okay, this is a vertical 3-button speed room. Because you can just hold it through all those rooms. Yeah, you move so fast that it looks like Leaf is starting from like halfway through the room. It's actually kind of crazy how fast this is if you use the glitch. But yeah, this is for the speed run. This is for that world record time if you're looking for it. You will practice this glitch. How does this work again? Oh, wait, there's room to the right, I think. And then there's a room up here somewhere. Wow, somehow I'm just hitting those entrances like so perfectly. Okay, not this time though. In your settings, what do you... Is it max speed? Yes, it is max speed. I have repeat, I think my repeat delay is 3, but my repeat interval is 1. Okay, what? Okay, that leaves us here. Okay. Right. And that leads us back here, which then gets us to that key. And then we have to make the journey back. Except we can just shortcut it by going here. War criminal. Yeah, so this room, I remember this room. This room sucks. Cleared 2 moves. Uh-oh. No, you're kidding me. I don't have a valid replay because of the desync. No. Oh no, this sucks. This one sucks. How does this one work again? I didn't miss my opportunity, did I? No, I did. Okay. Okay, good thing I double-checked that. Yeah, you have to wait until both slugs are lined up. This room takes a while. Oh, you're so happy. You get to watch me actually suffer through this room because I don't have a valid replay, because that glitch breaks replays. No. I can't believe CF actually wins and gets away with it. For once. Wait, it wasn't... I know there was like a better way to do this, I think. No, actually no, I don't think there is. God, this is the kind of room where if you had a macro, it would be a lot better. I don't have like a task or macro setup thing, so I'm just gonna be tapping buttons here. I'm only gonna play this out because I know you just want to watch me suffer. I know you want to watch me suffer. So I will actually play it out. God, this sucks. Did you... Wait. You forced Imaginatory to play this, didn't you? This room is a few hours. No, it's not. I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure this room is not a few hours. As someone who actually has cleared this, I'm pretty sure this room isn't a few hours. Ugh. I've got the technique. I've got the technique. Did I get used to the Celeste timings? I don't know what you mean by Celeste timings. I do not play Celeste. I am not a Celeste player. Ow. I am mashing both keys pretty much at the same time. So yeah, this room sucks. This is, I think, the actual worst room in this entire world. There's actually nothing worse than this one. It's as bad as Grandmaster Celeste timings? Again, I have no idea. I've never played Celeste. I've watched Alex Diener play Celeste, like the original playthrough. Day 1000 of saying play Celeste on stream. Do you really want to watch me play Celeste? I'm not gonna be any good at it. Like, just, like, full disclosure. You know I'm not going to be any good at it. Strawberry Jam looks like magic. It does look like magic. I've, like, checked out a little bit of it, and it's just, like, all this advanced stuff. And it's like, I don't know if I would ever be able to play something like that. Like, base game Celeste, I could probably beat that. It'd probably take me a while, because I am not the best at platformers. Even though I play, like, a lot of games that have, like, platforming elements in them. No, wait, why? Okay, there we go. Oh, this one's easy. Yeah, you just use 3-button speed for this one. Wait, is it possible to 3-button speed this? Yeah, there we go, that's way faster. Yeah, look how much faster this is if I just use 3-button speed. And you can also do that here. So these ones are pretty reasonable. Alright, and we wait. Spoilers for Strawberry Jam. The ending with Shatter song in the heart side has to be one of the easiest due to it just being memory, but still hell. I don't even know what a heart side is. I have no context. So these ones are easy. These ones are totally fine. I don't hate these ones. It's the rest of these that are also on hot coals, like the earlier ones that I do not want to play, but will have no choice but to play. Yeah, and we have... Okay, this is the last easy one we get. Yeah, look at those slugs just go zoom. All right, here we go. Leaf is getting a workout here. He's doing like jumping jacks or something. That's what this feels like to me. Leaf is doing jumping jacks. Feel free to look it up after, but yeah, it's a true hell. If you ever one day play that, you would cry from how difficult it is. Or maybe not, who knows. You say I would cry from, like, literally anything. Actually, this world even says that. This world's like, you will cry if you play this world. I guess I can't be that surprised. Coming from you, that makes sense. How many more cycles is it? 2? It's either 1 or 2 of this. Okay, well, there we go. Alright, ooh, we made it. I'm using my left hand. I'm using my left hand now because my right hand is tired. Yeah, this room is an RSI hazard. Speaking of hard games, have you beaten Silksong? Good question. I have beaten Silksong. I do actually really like Silksong. I think it's kind of a shame that Alex said that he was kind of hesitant on playing it just because it was kind of like overhyped and there's a lot of like discourse around it. Because I feel like I just kind of ignored it. I didn't even realize that Silksong had come out when it did. Like I just kind of like heard about it. I was like, oh, it's out, and then I just started playing it. And I didn't really like pay attention to any of like the people talking about it. I didn't know about like the whole bosses getting nerfed controversy or anything like that. I just played it when it came out, and I had fun. Honestly, I don't think that pre-nerf Morrowind was even that bad. To be completely honest, I feel like a lot of people kind of like blew that stuff out of proportion. But yeah, I hope that he does actually play it, because I do think it is totally worth. Never played, broke on Steam still. Oh, okay. Yeah, looking forward to that LP too. Yeah, me too. I really hope he does play it though. He did mention it in his year-end video, so he does intend on playing it. It's just it's kind of lower on the priority list because of the discourse around it, which I think that's kind of a shame, because I think the game is actually really good. It's not like anything earth-shattering at this point, considering, you know, Hollow Knight already released and everything. We've kind of had a taste of what Team Cherry does, but I think it was still a very solid game, and I actually do like it better than Hollow Knight just because it's more of a movement game, right? Like you kind of schmooze through that game, and I like games where you can schmooze. You think it was worth the wait? I think it was worth the wait, yeah. It's very high quality. Like, I've played other Metroidvanias, and like, what was that one I played? Lone Fungus, that one. And like, that game has really good QOL. Some of the QOL is actually better than Silksong's. But like, somehow I just had more fun playing Silksong. Like, that game is just really good. And I think it has a lot to do with like the way that the map is designed, the types of events that happen. Like, there's always something to look forward to when you're playing that game. I think the game is very well paced in that regard. Like, the differences between a good Metroidvania and a bad Metroidvania are like very, very subtle. Or like, I guess like a fun Metroidvania and a not so fun one. Because I don't think Lone Fungus is like a bad Metroidvania per se, but I think that the map is a little too sprawling and doesn't have enough like interesting stuff going on to make you actually want to keep playing. Like, I kind of fell off of it really hard. Which is kind of a shame, because it also has like those like Celeste platforming segments in it too. Which means it should be a little bit more engaging for people who like difficult platforming and stuff at least, but I don't know. I just feel like overall as a Metroidvania, it just didn't really work. Speaking of hard games, we need the ETOH 100% stream joke. Yeah, I'm not. we're never playing ETOH on this stream, I'm pretty sure. Unless you can find a way to allow people to play ETOH offline and not on Roblox. Like, if there was like some kind of tool that lets you like de-Roblox a game, I don't know, like automatically convert it into like a Unity game or something even. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Unity. I know that Unity has been through a lot of controversy in the past, but I'm just saying. If it was anything but Roblox, I'd probably be more okay with it. Will you ever play PM606? What is PM606? I have no idea what that even is. Player movement makes it. Much faster pace and the healing. It's funny that you should talk about the healing. I remember a lot of people complaining about the healing in Silksong, because they didn't like that the way that fights go in that game is like very swingy. Like if you take a hit while you're healing, you lose all of your silk, right? And that puts you so much closer to dying. Like it's so much harder to recover from failure. Like it's so high risk that it's, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like it's practically like you died at that point, but for a lot of people it kind of felt that way. I personally wasn't really bothered by that, but I can kind of see why some people were upset about it. Yeah, Lone Fungus actually took the Hollow Knight route of healing one mask at a time kind of thing. And it seems like most people kind of favor that, rather than like heal 3 at a time, but you lose everything. But I don't know. I kind of like the you heal 3 at a time. It's kind of interesting. Some of the options made it easier to recover silk. Oh, like the what are they called? They're not called badges. That's the Paper Mario term. Tools. Actually, they don't even have like a badge system in that game. It's completely different from the charms from Hollow Knight. PM606 is a fun game about being trapped in a maze and has all different mechanics and many types of doors and monsters. It's simple and could feel boring at first, but is really fun later in the game. I'm not sure about games where it takes a while for the game to actually get started. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah. Because this is kind of maybe just my opinion, but if your media that you're producing for the world requires someone to sit through like an agonizing like 200 plus hour introduction or tutorial or something, maybe not even 200 plus hours, but like if it takes a long time for it to get going, I kind of feel like, you know, first impressions kind of mean a lot. Like, I think it's okay to drop something if it's not interesting immediately. So I don't know if I would actually be interested in that. That okay part is like the first 10 levels. Yeah, but how long does each level take is the question. Ugh. Alright, here we go. I'm switching hands. Or not. Maybe I'll switch fingers. Yeah, I'll switch fingers. See if that makes a difference. There we go. That feels a little bit better. I want a key pick. Could be another fun game to see. I think you mean I want a lockpick. Reference on one of the worlds. I think it's been referenced a couple times actually. It's referenced in it's referenced in 2 worlds if I remember correctly. Maybe even 3. That game is pretty popular. I think, yeah, it's because L.A. Watson made that, right? Lucas Watson. Of Fateful Intersection fame? Of A-level fame? World famous? Well, probably more famous for I Want a Lockpick, but... Still, though. I'm definitely considering playing that. I think I probably will play that at some point. Wait. I Want a Key Pick and I Want a Lockpick are both games that are real? They're different? Are they both made by L.A. Watson? Okay, I have to look this up later when I'm done doing jumping jacks. Lockpick is better, but both are good. Interesting. Who made Keypick? Ah, no, my jumping jacks. Oh, Lockpick was inspired by Keypick? Interesting. Or it was the inspiration of Keypick. So Keypick is based off of Lockpick. Likely made by someone else. Yeah, I know L.A. Watson made Lockpick. Okay, maybe I'll check out both of them. That could be interesting, yeah. We might do that next week. Oh, Japanese name. Interesting. Japanese fan of I Want a Lockpick. I guess that game probably is pretty universal. Doesn't seem like a very dialogue-heavy game or anything like that, so wouldn't need like localization. I'll probably check out both of them then. The suggestion was for Keypick, so probably Keypick first. Might be hard if there's no English translation. Oh, really? It'll be fine. I can read a bit of katakana at least. And I can always just stick deep L on the rest of it. If it, you know, push comes to shove. I have a friend who ended up learning a bit of Japanese just because he would buy every Mega Man Battle Network game, like the day it would come out, pretty much in Japan. Because they always released in Japan first. And he kind of got used to like seeing Japanese characters. So eventually he kind of started to like pick up a bit of Japanese that way. Kind of interesting. Maybe like the Japanese immersion will help me learn. Yeah, I have to go back too. Yeah, this is the actual halfway point. We do get a breather partway through at least. I like the 3/4 mark. Yeah, so this room, by the way, is like on the order of like 10,000 moves plus, as you can already see. And there was a time where this game did not support more than like 16,000 moves in a single replay, and if you saved a replay with like 16,000 moves in it, your save file would get corrupted, and you wouldn't be able to load your save data. Like, your entire player profile would disappear, so you'd lose all your progress on every single world. That has since been fixed, so thankfully we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, this is another world that would have caused that problem if this was actually published and playable. Like, people would have encountered this room, played it, and then lost all their save data. Well, luckily, Alex has a tool that lets him recover that save data. So if you were able to send him your save, he could actually rescue your save data. But yeah, not a great room. I think A level also is on the order of like 10,000 moves or something like that. It kind of gets close to that original move count limit. That limit doesn't exist anymore, but like, yeah. That had the potential to be another one of those worlds that just like wrecks your save file. But thankfully, it isn't possible anymore. I'm speaking from experience, by the way. I probably talked a little bit about this in Monster Metropolis, I believe. In like the post-game. But I did in fact have my save file corrupted. Okay, I'm gonna switch fingers. This is starting to hurt. Oof. I guess something I want to talk about is oops. Leaf's Odyssey, since I don't think I've talked about that in a little bit. That project is unfortunately on a small hiatus because I currently am busy with other things. I don't really have time to work on that so much right now. I think I'm gonna start working on it again in March, probably. Or maybe on stream, like on stream time, like that's time that I can allocate to a project like that, and that's okay, but I don't think that that project will be finished anytime in the near future, unfortunately. Even though I kind of want to. I am starting to get some ideas for like puzzles for like Leaf's Odyssey again as well, so I might be spending a bit more time working on like Leaf's Odyssey worlds. So just so we can keep the Leaf's Odyssey train going. Ah, you're not following it because you're trying to avoid spoilers. Fair enough. That's a probably good policy. Yeah, I've definitely shown off quite a bit of the beginning of it. I am really excited to get that project done, though. That's a project that I absolutely will not drop. Like, my goal is not to get bored of that project and drop it, because I think it's just too cool of a project. But yeah, that one, unfortunately, it's on a small break for now. I do have a couple of video ideas that I wanted to make in the near-ish future, because right now, from what I understand, if I want to if I want to make progress towards potentially monetizing this channel ever, I would need to actually upload more videos. So that's kind of why I've been thinking about making videos. I think I've already talked about doing like the world review thing. Just like a sort of short description, I guess. Like, so, no, not really like a short description, but sort of like a, I don't know, like a small like advertisement for each world, I guess, to tell people what each world is like, so that they know what they're getting into if they decide to pick it up. Because I think that'd be kind of fun. Just keeping it relatively spoiler-free as well. A trailer, maybe. Yeah, I could do like a short little trailer for each world. I think that would be kind of cool. Oops. But I do have a couple other ideas floating around in my head for videos I want to do. Like, I have an idea for something kind of fun that I think no one else has really done on YouTube. It is a little bit retro gaming related, if that's what you're into. I know that like Raocow and Alex Diener do tend to play a lot of older games. And I kind of want to do more retro games on this channel because I don't think I've done like any. I don't, at least I don't remember doing any. I guess Maple Story is like the closest thing to a retro game I've done on this channel. But even then, that's a game that just gets continuous updates, right? It's like a live service. It's an MMO. I mean, I probably will play a little bit more Maple Story on some stream at some point as like another like guerrilla one-off thing. I do want to see what happens once you actually finally get to level 200. Because apparently that's when the game like actually starts. I'm very curious to know. The game is already like really different from what I remember. Plus it's kind of interesting to like play something like an MMO blind, because normally if you play an MMO, you're supposed to look up the guides. You're supposed to like, you know, not try and figure things out on your own and experience it blind, because otherwise you'll like screw up your skill builds and stuff, and then it's like permanent and oh no, everything is terrible. I don't really care about the consequences because I kind of doubt I'll be playing current Maple Story for very long anyway. At least not on streams. Because I think I'm a little bit more interested in the classic experience, and I'm kind of hoping that the classic world stuff is actually fun and maybe more interesting. Maple Story does not seem very solo friendly. I don't think it is very solo friendly, but I don't know. I think it's kind of it's kind of an interesting challenge to like dive into it and try and figure things out without really understanding the systems or knowing how they work. I have heard though that like they've changed the game in such a way where like I think they got rid of like a lot of party quests, and party quests used to be like the fastest way to like level up and stuff way back. Like that was the meta. You just like did the party quests, and then once you finished the party quests, you just moved on to the next set of party quests until eventually there were no more party quests to do, and then you, I think at that point, just started bossing. There were like some gaps where you actually had to like grind and like find a good like training ground, but otherwise like doing party quests and just leveling up a whole bunch that way was the fastest way to level up. And it's probably a lot more interesting too. But now I've heard that most bosses are actually soloable. Like there was a time period where there was like nothing that required a party at all. And then I think at some point, supposedly they added like maybe 1 or 2 bosses where you actually do really kind of need a party. Yeah, there was a Maple Story 2 for a brief moment, and then I think they shut it down. I'm trying to remember what happened. Wasn't Maple Story 2 like more of a creative experiences type of thing? I guess in a way it's almost comparable to like Minecraft or Roblox, in that like kind of the main focus was being creative and like building stuff. Like it's about user-generated content, I think. But I also think that it didn't really work because it wasn't like an isometric game or something. I remember it wasn't like a 2D platformer like the original Maple Story. It was early access. They could not figure out how to bring it to the West. I remember Nexon also got into a bunch of controversy. Didn't they get sued at some point for... I can't remember what it was. I think it was related to like cubing in like regular MapleStory, because I remember hearing some story about like how the source code got leaked for the game, and then in the source code, people found out that like some kind of I think the cubing system in that game was rigged. Like the odds were not as displayed, and it was affected by how often you played the game and how much you interacted with like other people in the game. Like if you interacted with the game more, you had a higher odds of like success or something, or getting like good stats. I think that's how the story goes. And like I remember that cubing stuff was like cash shop specific stuff too. So you had to like pay for like the premium currency in order to even do that. So it was like extra scummy. But I think that's kind of why Nexon has changed a lot of the monetization in MapleStory now. Because yeah, it does seem like it is less scummy than before. Like, yeah, your character is gonna look ugly. You're gonna have like this stupid floating hat as your pet, but at least it's free. Like you can actually reasonably F2P that game. It's not like pay to win anymore. Okay, finally we can take a break. Oh. I forgot, I did play a lot of early access MapleStory too. Enough to get tired. It might have been better to make the beta shorter. Yeah, that's the thing about projects like that. I think Multiverses may have suffered a similar sort of fate, if I remember correctly. Because I remember they had like a really long like early access or like beta period, and then like there were people playing at the time, and then people kind of got rolling, and then they shut it down after when they wanted to do like the full release. And then like people lost their stuff, and then they kind of got demotivated and didn't really feel like playing anymore. I mean, I never actually played Multiverses. I enjoy a good platform fighter, but I'm more of a I'm more of a melee player. I played Super Smash Bros. Melee, and that was kind of like that was my platform fighter back in the day. I never was like super good at it or anything, but yeah. I've been eyeing Rivals of Aether 2, because that game looks fun and a little bit more similar to Melee than a lot of other platform fighters. Oops. Hey. Don't skip. Don't skip. Alright, this glitch is weird. Like, if you're at the border of a room, it doesn't work if you use, like, the border as one of your directions. So I actually have to do it vertically here. It's really weird. But the thing about Rivals of Aether 2 is that it is a game for very, very sweaty tryhards. And I would absolutely get stomped. I just know it. Especially since I wouldn't be picking it up at launch, since it's already been out for a while. It's just kind of one of those things where it's just like, I don't know, maybe I missed the train for actually being able to have fun with the game. Not that, like, winning is everything, but, like, I don't know, if you're just losing every single game, I don't really know if that would be particularly fun. You just, like, never, ever get a win. And I feel like that's what would probably happen. Okay, we're almost done the jumping jacks. We're so close. Usually prefer a single player other than some MMOs. That's fair. Yeah, I don't generally play MMOs. Actually, I mean, like, I literally haven't played MapleStory since like 12 years ago. I just thought it'd be kind of like a fun and interesting experiment to try just getting into new school MapleStory and seeing what that's like. What has changed in like the last 12 years? A lot, apparently. Yeah, I think it's probably gonna mostly be like a sort of one-off project. But yeah, future content probably won't be multiplayer. Do lockpick first if you can't find the English translation for keypick. Okay, that's fair. Yeah. I mean, if it explains the rules better, then that is probably the way to go. Wait, have you played keypick? I mean, I'm assuming you did if you're recommending it, so... If you played keypick, then you probably know if it's very playable in Japanese or not. Then again, I don't know. Maybe you know how to read Japanese. I should not assume. Oh, you've only seen videos of it. Interesting. Yeah, I don't mind playing a game that's in Japanese. I think DeepL can be a way to like navigate it. It's kind of good to like pick up some more Japanese that way, and also, I mean, I do know how to read some katakana, so I wouldn't be completely up a river without a paddle. It's kind of funny. I ended up picking it up just because, you know, you read like a title of a level in Mario Maker 2, and then it's all in Japanese. And so I was just like, I don't know what this level is going to be about, but I don't want to risk my endless run on this, so I would rather try and translate it and figure out what this actually is. Okay, we're done. We're finally done. And eventually I just kind of ended up picking up a bit of katakana that way. I finally did it. I know. Wow. My fingers, they feel weird. They feel funny. Yeah, this is another 3-button speed set of rooms. I kind of like the name Speedy Ferret, though, for this glitch. I think it's a little bit cuter. I think 3-button speed is a bit complicated. I mean, not that I would necessarily be the person who should be naming this, because I didn't discover this, but... I think Speedy Ferret rolls off the tongue a little bit better than 3-button speed or TBS. I mean, I guess TBS is pretty short, but... I like my ferrets speedy. God, doing the verticals is so hard. Oops. There you go. And yeah, this is a very long path. Yeah, that room did not take multiple hours to do. I think it may have taken 1 hour at most there, but maybe one. Did it even take 1.5 hours? No, I don't think it took 1.5 hours. Yep, and it's another one that has to make you go all the way back. Like that's why this this world is kind of, well, there's a reason why it's not published. Oh, the whole stream is an hour 39. Right, okay, I didn't even notice that. That's a good point. So yeah, this did not take nearly as long as advertised. But I kind of knew that already, because I've literally cleared this. What was I saying about worlds, or not worlds, but games that are like, that take a while to like get into? I guess MapleStory is one of those. Now, it didn't used to be, but now it kind of is. Takes a while before you actually get to the meat of the game. I was gonna say Big Fish Legend. Big Fish Legend is one of those games, but no, actually Big Fish Legend, you never get to the meat of the game. There is no meat of the game. It's all just like very generic levels. Source, I watched Raukal play it. It was a terrible time. Well, it was just really boring. And now we have to go all the way back. Whenever I think about like boring games, or like games, or like what not to do when designing a game, like I always think about Big Fish Legend, because I'm like, that's a game that's like, you know, on paper it seems okay. It's like it's got a lot of content in it, right? It's a very long game. There's like a ton of levels. And like, I don't know, the game itself, like mechanically is fine. It's just like a platformer, a cute little platformer, but it's just very boring. It's just very, very monotonous. I do remember the ending, though. I remember that you fight, like, Mauser at the end. We're just wrapping things up here, CF. We're almost done. We're almost out of your evil maze. Fish Fillets 2! That was a much better fish game. I think it's crazy that Alex gave up on Fish Fillets 2 for a bit. I mean, that game is pretty tough. So, like, I understand. But then, yeah, but then the comeback, coming back to the game later and actually finishing it, like, I have to give him mad props for that. That's cool. That game does seem pretty interesting, and also probably having the only recorded Pearl sort solution in the like entirety of the internet is also really cool. So at least I think he's the only one who's solved it on camera. I don't remember. If he's the only one, or if he isn't the only one, I think he may have been the first. I know some good platformer game design from making TOSSR. Crazy. Jonat, will you ever try TOSSR? Sorry, is that... No, actually, I don't know. Tower of something. Tower of... Wait, was it like Shatter Songs Revenge or something, I think is what you called it? I don't know what that even is. Isn't that like a Roblox game again? I think I've already said my stance on that, but like, no, there should not be adults on Roblox. I will not be playing Roblox. Something you made, yeah, but is it like, did you make it in Roblox? Like, if you made it, like, you clearly made it in some engine or something. Because I highly doubt you programmed it from scratch, whatever game it is. Inspired by Celeste. Nah, something else? Okay. I mean, if it's not Roblox, maybe I'll give it a try. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really super into like Kaizo like difficulty platforming stuff. I don't play needle games. I don't play like I Want to Be the Guy. It's in Geometry Dash. The best thing you've ever made. I don't even have Geometry Dash. I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't have anything against Geometry Dash specifically, I guess. More fun to watch than play, yeah. I mean, if it would be entertaining for you guys. I don't know, maybe. It's kind of like troll games, right? Like, if you play a troll game, like, it's usually a lot more fun to actually watch, like, an edited run of a troll game than someone actually playing through it live. I mean, unless the trolls are fairly light, and you don't have to like repeat like long sections and stuff like this, to me this is like a troll level, right? Like this world that I'm playing right now, this is a troll level. But it's like kind of like a bad troll level. It's the kind that isn't like really funny or like interesting. It's just really tedious for the most part. And I get that that was kind of the point of this world, because it's called Leaf's Puzzles of Pain. But it doesn't really change the fact that it is kind of just not great. You think TOSSR might be better to play? Not even a joke, it's pretty fun. Made it so there's some bias, but some testers thought the same? Okay. I mean, I don't think like everything that you've made is like terrible. Okay. I did have some amount of fun with Infinity, even if all the rooms were kind of repetitive in that one. NMA was at least interesting. Even if it wasn't like the best put together world. Even if I did get soft locked twice in that world, and then never actually ended up completing it as a result. I know that the soft locks are gone, but it's hard for me to like find the motivation to go back and play it again. You need to get the bad ideas out of the way to get to the good ones. Well, perhaps that is true. TOSSR is like 5 hours long from deaths and has checkpoints. Okay, that's nice. Checkpoints. Ultra World, yes, Ultra World is actually pretty good. I actually do like Ultra World. Yeah, there we go. That's a good world. And now we're not quite done. What happened in this room? Why is that one bomb bug facing the wrong way? Like, why are these ones all facing south, but this one's like, I'm gonna face to the east. Alright, whatever. It doesn't matter. Oh, I know why. Because if it was facing south, it would move off of the hot coals. I see. Guess where to go. Failing will soft lock you. Oh, yeah. Right. I guess I'll call this one before choice. 2. Okay, far left. Now I remember. All right. Here we go. Ultra World is not on the Least Odyssey website. I mean, that is true. It is technically an unpublished world. You did it! GG's! I did it. How long did this room take? 41 minutes. Yeah, that did not take hours. That didn't even take 1 hour, actually. But yeah, there's Leaf's Puzzles of Pain. Done, completed on stream. That's how you beat it, if you want to beat it. If you ever find yourself with this world in your world list somehow, that's how you do it. Okay. Next one is Leaf watches paint dry. This one's by me. I've shown this one off before, very briefly. But yeah, this world is about just... It's basically the same thing as that jumping jack room we just did. But way longer. This was made, I think, before that jumping jack room, though. I made this room way before. This was made like around the same time that I did the slug timers in Monster Metropolis. And yeah, this room actually isn't, as far as I know, cleared yet. No one has ever cleared this world. And the reason for that is because it takes an extremely long time to finish. I thought, so I wrote a simulator that I thought was accurate for measuring this, like, because I actually had the slugs like moving back and forth and everything, and I just had like a simulator that just like jumps like a million moves into the future, so it just like simulates the moves without actually, you know, having to like render and everything. And my simulator said it took like 1.2 million moves or so. I was like, okay, that's like kind of in the realm of reasonable, but it is still like a long time to clear. And then CF actually tried to play it as part of a bet. So I think, right? So so this bet was, I don't even know why this bet happened, because the bet was not my idea. Like, I definitely did not come up with the idea for this bet. But Alex was playing through Leaf's new meta adventure, and what happened? He was solving puzzles. No, it was the badges. It was the badges. Right. It was the badges. You made a bet for some reason, and I don't know why you did this. But you were like, I bet Alex will do all the badges. And I said, no. No shot that he's going to go and do every single badge in your world. And you were so confident. And I think the punishment was I was going to have to... I don't remember what my punishment was. I think I was going to have to play like all of Desert Bus on stream, which I will show, actually. I will show that world. But I think you had like a longer version of it, which I haven't even received a copy of. But yeah, you wanted me to play your Desert Bus world if he actually did get all the badges. And yeah, if you lost the bet, you were going to do paint dry. And so I was just like, I mean, sure, whatever. I mean, I don't really care. I know I'm winning this bet. And then yeah, and then it happened that he started playing it, and it turns out that no, this world does not actually clear at 1.2 million moves. We actually have no idea how long this world takes to clear. It, in theory, should be clearable because all the slugs do start on the pressure plate. So eventually, after some amount of time, some extremely long amount of time, if you like take the lowest common multiple of like all the slug cycles, I think it takes like some like billion moves or something. I don't remember what Imaginatory calculated it out to be, but someone actually did calculate this. And yeah, it is supposed to be beatable, like some like number of billion moves in, but not reasonable. There have been videos of people trying to make impossible to clear Mario Maker levels, about trying to make a combination lock that cannot be solved, even with access to the editor or other tools. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen like Sieve Gaming, I think, try to make one once. That's like one of the more popular YouTubers, I guess, who have attempted that. Yeah, it would require some way to obfuscate the solution, though. And I feel like every combination lock that has been posted has been cracked, I believe. Mario Maker is a hard game to like actually enforce something like that in. It is kind of interesting, though. Was it 200 million? Okay, I literally don't remember how many moves it was. It's been too long. Okay, next world. Desert Bus. No description. We'll reset the progress on this one. As you can probably imagine, this is yet another world where you run back and forth. And that's it. That's literally the entire thing. This one, however, is a lot shorter. This one's pretty reasonable, and if you're using TBS, it really doesn't take that much time at all to finish. I don't remember what my clear time was for this world. May have been like half an hour. I genuinely can't remember it. But I remember this wasn't that bad. How many rooms was it? Was it maybe 100? Not even? But yeah, you don't even have to do anything other than hold down 2 keys for most of this world. Yeah, the thing about Desert Bus is that you also need to steer occasionally, so like this isn't really a true Desert Bus experience. Like I feel like that other room that I did is a little bit closer to a Desert Bus experience than this one. The new version of this world has that, which I still need to finish. Oh boy. Yeah, really looking forward to that one. Are you gonna get Imaginatory to beat that one too? Because I know he did. He did say he beat Puzzles of Pain. I think I remember that. Oh, it's over 100 rooms. Over 100 rooms of Leaf just doing this, and then we have to do it like 2 or 3 more times. I can't remember. Is it like 120 rooms? Don't worry, the next world I show off will be a little bit more interesting than this. That room actually has some, or that world has some substance. This one is just another, you just go in a straight line. You can't finish it right now since you have no PC right now, right? This is your mobile account if I remember correctly. That's true. Every level takes place in the same world, so this is one of the emptier locations. This is just some desert, some vast, vast desert somewhere. Where every world is in the same meta world. I had some ideas for like the story of Leaf's Odyssey. Like what is the lore reason for why Leaf's Odyssey happens? And I was thinking, you know, like Pat from Pat's World. He's like he has the ability to like bend dimensions and like time and stuff like that. So like what if he like opened a portal to like the 8th or something? And then like the guys at the Chimera lab like found this portal and they like built a lab around it and stuff. I don't know. It was just an idea. I don't know if that'll actually be how that goes. Well, that was like one of my ideas for like potential lore for that world. Oh yeah, your new meta adventure stuff is an alternate universe, I think you said. Honestly, there isn't really anything about your alternate universe that would be like that would conflict with what has been written so far. Like it's still consistent with everything else. Like even if it wasn't an AU, it would still work with the rest of the worlds. Although it does certainly paint Leaf in a very interesting light. But nobody said that Leaf is a hero necessarily. I mean, there isn't really much of like an actual story, so. Oh, right, you made Test World. I kind of forgot about that. One thing? What's that one thing? No spoilers? Okay. Fair enough. I just wanted to get all the troll worlds out of the way, by the way, because I think this is the last troll world that I have on the list that should be the end of all of this kind of like waiting around nonsense. In your story, Leaf is both the hero and the villain. Interesting. I like to think that Leaf is sort of a hero in a way, but also like not really. Like Leaf is motivated by one thing and one thing alone, and that is solving puzzles. Leaf views the entire world as a puzzle to be solved. And so anytime Leaf encounters a puzzle, he has this like urge to solve it. He has to solve it. You know, he has to clear the room. That's just it's just like built into him. That's Leaf. And whether or not that has like positive or negative outcomes is kind of irrelevant to him and his goals. Like he just doesn't really care about that. So like he saved Slumari, sure, but like Leaf wasn't really trying to save Slumari, you know? He just saw everything as a puzzle and he wanted to clear it all. Yeah, as an animal, he is controlled by instincts. I could check Ultra World. I didn't. Well, the thing is, I've been streaming a lot of Ultra World already, and I didn't really want to make this yet another Ultra World stream, so I'm probably not gonna show Ultra World today. I'm not gonna do any Ultra World stuff on this stream because I want to showcase some of the other worlds because there are some really cool worlds. Well, he is very smart, and a human is controlling him. Oh, we're getting that meta, huh? Breaking the fourth wall. I mean, I did have the idea that there is a god of Leaf's universe, and that god is Alex Diener. Because he can change the rules of the game. He can, you know, move stuff around as he wants. He can decide which worlds are published and not published and stuff. Well, to some extent. Like, if there were ever, like, a worshipable deity in this world, in this Leaf's Odyssey universe, I think he's, like, the closest thing to that. It is him. You lied to me, by the way. I was like, oh, is there, because didn't you say there was like another room called It's Him somewhere in Pat's world? I remember you saying that. You said there was another room called It's Him. And then I was like, oh, really? Is it in Pat's world or something? Because I haven't played Pat's world yet. And then you said something about like no spoilers, I think. I'm pretty sure you like basically outright confirmed or said that you were confirming that, but then that wasn't actually the case. There is no other room called It's Him. I'm pretty sure. That was a joke. I should have known. I should have known not to trust you. I should have known not to trust what you had to say at face value. I think you tricked me in Duck Off too. Like, I'm pretty sure that in Duck Off, like, your appearance doesn't really change much at all, gameplay-wise, except maybe the head size thing. Maybe the head size thing is real. I seriously doubt the rest of what you said was real, though. Like, about, like, the color and, like, the eyes. I knew it. I knew it. Okay. Yeah, I did end up changing my character's appearance again later, but I was like, kind of suspicious about that one now. I should know better than to just like take anything you say at face value, though, at this point. I mean, considering what worlds you have made, even if most of them haven't been published. Bro is never trusting you again. You know I'm gonna accidentally do it anyway. I am a little bit sad we'll never get to see Alex Diener's reaction to Best World Ever, though. I'm assuming he's not going to actually go back to it now. Now that he's already seen it, right? Like, he probably threw away the original footage from his first playthrough of it. And once you've seen most of it, like, seeing the new version doesn't really change anything, so... Yeah, that's just gonna be, like, lost to time. Just like the Void Stranger videos. Did you know Alex will play Best World Ever? I don't think he is going to. I don't think he is going to at this point. I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see. What else is there? Right, the next one was Minesweeper. That's right. We can reset the progress on this one. This is another one by CF. But this one actually has some substance to it. Okay, I don't remember how this one works. Don't check where switches go. Alright, okay, so don't mouse over the switches. 000 equals unchecked. 100 equals blank. 010 equals 1. 110 equals 2. 001 equals 3. 101 equals 4. 011 equals unknown mine count. And okay, greater than 0. And 111 means that there's a mine here. So I don't remember how this works exactly, but okay, so 000 is unchecked. That means this toggle floor closed is unchecked, which means that a pit is a 1. So 010 means that there's one mine in this location. Obviously, these lines correspond to each of these toggle switches. Oops, let me not look at those connections. But yeah, 010 is a 1. Then there's one mine connecting to that tile in one of 8 different directions. So basically all I know is that there's 2 1s here. So this is a 1, this is a 1. This is a 1, so those are 1s. I think this is a 2, is it? Let me read that sign. That's a 2. So this is a 2 here. 011 is unknown, so this is an unknown mine count. That's not vanilla Minesweeper, but sure. And 111 is a mine. So this is another 1 down here. Let's see. I don't actually remember how I solved this at all. Or if I even did this legitimately. But I will try my best. Like, is there a logical deduction I can make right off the bat here? Because this is a 2. That means there's either a mine here, like directly above me, or down here below me, or it could be like the middle one and the bottom one, or it could be the middle and the top one. So there's like 3 different combinations there. Unknown is very common in other versions of Minesweeper. I have never seen Unknown in other versions of Minesweeper, but then again, most Minesweeper implementations I've seen have been very, very vanilla. So there's a 1 here, and a 1 here, and a 1 here, and a 2 here. Which makes me say, I really think that the one directly above Leaf right now is a mine. Can I, like, put a mark on this? Yeah, put a mark there. This one's a mine. I'm pretty sure that's a mine. Probably. I don't know. I'm guessing that's a mine. Okay, if I assume that that's a mine... Wait, no, because there's a 1 here. There's a 1 here. Right, and this is a 1, and this is a 1. There has to be a mine there, right. I can deduce that. There's a variant with extra large detection radius on mines? Oh no. Okay, but if this one is a 1 and this is a 1, right? Because there's only one place where the mine could possibly be. It has to be where I marked it. Which means that this one can't be a mine. What does that say? 110 is a 2. Okay, so it says that there's 2 mines. We know where one of them is. It's the one below here. That means any of these 3 could be a mine. Right, this is a 1. So that means that this is safe, directly below me. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, 111 is a mine. So as long as I don't hit a 111, I think we're okay. But this was a 2, right? If this is a 2, this one's also a 2. I think the one below me is also a mine. Let's put a marker there. So you are a red circle to denote that you're a mine. And the bottom one was another 1. If this is a 1, then this is safe. Yeah, and that's also a 1. Which means that this is safe, I think, down below me. It has to be, because that's a 1. Okay, now we get a 2. So there's a mine somewhere in this area. If this is a 1 that I'm standing on right here, that means that this has to be safe. And this is also a 2. Okay, so there's a 2 here. Was this a 2? This was also a 2. And there's a mine directly to the north and south of it, so that means that this is safe. Is that a 3? What is that? 101 is 4. There's 4 mines, according to this. Okay. 4 mines next to this one. This was a 1. We know where the 1 mine is. So this is safe? Okay. Looking good. Honestly, I think this world could be published and it wouldn't even be that big of a deal. You know? Like, thinking about it, you could publish this world. Yeah. Yeah, basically exactly what Spectre just said. Listen to him. This isn't actually bad. Actually, yeah, this isn't actually that bad. 001 equals 3? Is that 001? No, that's 110, right? That's a 2. So this is a 2 right here. This is a 2. Yeah, 2 and 2. Right, this one was a 4. So these are all 2s. Yeah, 2, 2, 4, 2, 2. This isn't a guess, right? I don't think this is a guess. Is the mine directly to the east of Leaf right now? Because if this is a 2, and this one down here is one of them, then the switch to my right should also be a mine. Or, like, no, if the switch to my right is a mine, then this 2 would be covered, which would make the one to the right of me safe. Which would then imply that this 4 has to be this, and then the one directly above me and the one down. I guess that still works though, right? No, because this is a 2. I'm standing on a 2 right now. And that would make this a 3 if this middle one was a mine, and the one directly south of me was also a mine. Okay, so that means that this one is safe. Yeah, there we go. I figured it out. So that's 1, 1, 0, which means that's a 2. So this is another 2 that I'm standing on here. And that means I think I've solved it. Because I think that this has to be a mine. Right? And this has to be a mine. I'm pretty sure that's all there is. So that means I should be able to just bop each of these. Right? We don't see a 1, 1, 1. Yeah, and there we go. We're clear. Cool. Done. That's Minesweeper. Could there be a rule for the case of hitting a mine? Maybe reset the room? I think there is a failure condition for this. So let's go hit one of the mines. Yeah. This Bomba can never die now. So that's kind of that is your failure condition. Of course you can just like undo it, right? Like obviously like that's not really a big deal. So yeah, maybe resetting the room would be a better penalty. I just thought of something very evil. No, wait, hold on. No. Let's not suggest anything like that. No. But what if? What if your failure condition was you had to do the jumping jacks room before you could come back to this room and retry it? I guess you would always just restore. You can always restore. Anyway, yeah, that's Minesweeper. Kind of a neat little concept for a world. I kind of like it. Bugged timer. This one is by me. So this is a room that I use as basically sort of like a bug report. But like, what's happening here is we've got like a binary counter here. So you can see like if we start over, this is like 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. We wait one turn, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, right, etc. So it's just counting up in binary, except something weird will happen here. And you'll notice that this door is up for some reason. And it turns out that there's actually 2 wiring connections to this one door. If you highlight this one tile, I think it's like extra orange. On that one tile. It's really hard to see, but did Alex fix this? I actually don't know if he's ever fixed this. I think he said it was just like some kind of issue where like if you're copying room components around. Yeah, one of these switches was connected twice. So this is an interesting thing that you can actually do in the vanilla game, in the editor, is connect a switch multiple times to one door. Somehow. I don't really know exactly how I even managed this though. I think I may have been copying room regions around and like moving them and like rotating them. But yeah, like I don't really know why this is. It's very weird. He did fix it. See, the thing is I don't remember him ever actually fixing it though. I just don't know. I don't remember that. But yeah, that's that world. Alright, so the last world that I want to talk about for today, there are a few more worlds here that I probably could go over if I wanted to. The last one I want to go over today is actually something that's basically an entire, like, full world. So this one's called The Highlands, Work in Progress 2. And I might actually do a full playthrough of this one, because this one's actually pretty good. I've actually, obviously I've gold checkmarked it. Created by Clock. They go by Samuel on Discord. But yeah, basically the story behind this one is he posted his world on the Discord because he wanted people to basically playtest it for him. And so I decided to give it a shot and provide some feedback on it, which he seemed very appreciative of, but unfortunately there hasn't ever been another update to this world, so this one's been sitting there for many months now, and I don't know if it'll ever be picked up again. So I thought it'd be cool to show this one off because it is actually basically a full world. And yeah, there are some actual, like, real puzzles here. So this might actually be its own playthrough. I might just start it here, just to, like, give you a small taste of it. And then next time we can actually play through the entire thing. I do have solutions for every puzzle because I obviously have the gold check mark, but I think we're gonna just reset the progress on this and start over from the very beginning. Oops, that's not how that works. These menus are a little confusing sometimes. Where was it? The Highlands. T. Alright. Swampy Shallows. Alright. Thanks for swinging by, Spectre. Yeah, sure thing. We'll be playing this world in full later anyway. This is just, you know, giving a small sampler of what this world is about. At the peak lies your destiny. Unlock enlightenment to ascend. Good luck. If you played the previous work in progress of this, here are some keys to get to the new stuff more quickly. So yeah, there's like some skipping you can do if you take these keys, but we're not going to do that because that's cheating. So yeah, the first puzzle here is called Minefield. I don't remember my solutions for this world, by the way. So I'm basically playing these rooms again for, like, the first time. Well, I guess second time, but, like, yeah. I don't remember pretty much anything about this world. I do remember some of the difficulty, some of the puzzles being kind of difficult. The difficulty of this world is generally kind of all over the place. I have some vague recollection of, like, cleaning up poison here as well. But yeah, this room is... This room's kind of weird. I don't really remember what to do here. Do I need to just fill... No, wait, you're oh. Right, I remember you can also drop this trapdoor here, and then you have, like, a way back in. Again, I can't get there fast enough. But yeah, crossing this is the goal, because you want to hit this... You want to get rid of this bomb bug. We want to hit this switch so we can kill this angry eye. And that's pretty much the entire room. There's this one monster block out here, which I believe we probably want to rescue so that we can dump it somewhere. And I don't remember if we need this statue for anything. Oh, we do, because now we can't get to the... Yeah, we can't actually get anywhere. Right. Yeah, this one's a little tricky. So how do I get the statue to clean up this poison? Or how can I clean up this poison at all, is the question here. I feel like I need to use the statue to bridge, and then I need to get the push block across. Like, that would probably be the best way to get through here. I mean, unless I can just... No, I can't. Yeah, because now I can't go around this to the south. I might be able to clean up enough poison that I'm actually able to just do that, though. Yeah, maybe. Oops. Well, okay, then I would need you to clean up this, I believe. No, that's still... Wait, no, that does work, because I can go here. But then that's not clean. Right. So yeah, that doesn't work. It's close, though. So maybe if I use the first statue a little bit more effectively, perhaps I could do this? Yeah, that should work. How does this work? Yeah, I want to be able to push from there. So this should be okay? Oh, wait. No, you need to blow up. Shoot. I forgot about that. Because, yeah, you can't actually hit the switch. How does this puzzle work? How do I solve this? Because I can't do that. Oh, no, I need to push the monster block in here. Oh, so I can't... Oh. Never mind. Alright, so that's a small taste of this puzzle. This room is actually pretty cool. This one's like a big, like, multi-pass room, if I remember correctly. I like this room. But you need all the keys first in order to do this one, so we're not gonna go here yet. There's a ladder down that leads to, like, another floor with some pretty cool puzzles as well. Yeah, let me show off some of those. Some of those are really cool. Oh, but you have to clear this room first. Okay, never mind. We'll come back to this one. We'll come back to this one next time. Sentinel. I remember this room. And here's Walk the Dog. Yeah, this one is hard. I think I don't remember how to clear this one. You gotta go to sleep? You have something tomorrow? Alright, take care. See you later. Yeah, I guess it is a little bit later over there on the old East Coast. Although it should only be like, what, 8:22 or something? I mean, I guess if you have to get up early for something, then that makes sense that you'd want to go to bed earlier too. That's fair. Yeah, this puzzle's about getting to the center. And there's a statue there. And it's kind of hard to get there. This is probably one of the easiest rooms. I could probably solve it now. I'm not going to do that. Now this one, I remember this one being tricky. There's a slug. Yeah, there's a slug that moves around, and you kind of want it to, like... You want to guide the slug around, but you need to use this flying snake to do so, and oh boy. I just remember this room being, like, so painful. It took me so long to do this room. It is a good room, it's just very tricky. Right, you can get distance on the flying snake like that. But the only way to actually... The only way to actually manipulate the flying snake is... Or manipulate the slug is if you let it out here, right? So you have to be standing on the pressure plate first. So yeah, that's this room. It's painful. I'm not going to do it right now. Unravel. This room, I remember just kind of stumbling into the solution for this one. There's also a secret room to the south here. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get to that secret room. Oops, I clicked out. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get to that secret room today. I could try and solve this now, but I just want to show off like some of the rooms first before we before we dive into anything here. And so this is Loophole. This one's a pretty cool room, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this one was a pretty good puzzle. This one's kind of tricky, and it involves, like... yeah, letting these slugs loose. And trying to weigh down, like, all these pressure plates all at the same time. So, like, these angry guys can actually, like, see switches and shoot them. This is a room where it just kind of has, like, a bunch of stuff all over the place. But there is a method to the madness. And it's a pretty cool room. Oops. Let me move this guy here. Yeah, I don't remember exactly how this works, though, because... yeah, you can stop the slugs by making them face each other, and that's kind of the goal, is you gotta put the slugs in such a way where they will actually stop. But yeah, you can redirect them using this block as well. How does this work? I don't know. Okay, yeah, this is this is a lot trickier than I remembered. Oh, was it something like this? But then no, then I lose my block. Yeah, there are certain things you need to notice about this room in particular. But yeah, that's just a small taste of what this world is about. Yeah, and if you hit this switch early, it just locks you out of the puzzle, so you can't clear the room, so that's kind of useless. I think I'm not going to solve this today. There's kind of a lot to this world. So I'll just leave it at that for now, and we'll come back to it later. Actually, there's a room over here. Right angle. This is a horde room. This one I'm okay with solving on stream, because this one's just literally a horde room. Kind of a tricky horde room. I remember this one not being that bad. Yeah, no, this room is super easy. So I'm okay with solving this one. But I think I'm gonna leave the rest for another time. Alright, so that was the Highlands. We will revisit this one, because this one's a pretty cool little world. Are there any others that I wanted to show off? The contraption compendium right here, kind of kind of tempting me there. I don't want to show off contraption compendium just yet, because this is a work in progress. I am still working on it. It will see the light of day, I promise. I just don't know when that'll happen. Ah, Casino collab. That's the other one I wanted to show off. This one. So this world, what is Casino collab? Oh dear. Let's reset our progress here. Let's reset our progress. So Casino collab. How did this one happen? So Casino collab is it was meant to be a collab world that I think CF started at some point. And I don't think anyone else really contributed to it. I contributed a couple rooms, I think, but I ended up realizing that, like, this project was kind of not really going anywhere. Like, it wasn't really picking up much traction. Like, other people weren't really interested in, like, donating puzzles or rooms to this world. So yeah, so this world, I don't know if this world will ever see the light of day. But yeah, we'll just check this one out. So yeah, this guy on the left says, we're just doing our jobs. And then there's this guy's like, oh, it's you again with your mother's heart surgery money. Surgery. Yeah, so Leaf is going to a casino, and is the premise of this world. And the reason why this kind of came about was because I had built a device that basically allows you to implement sort of like an RNG, like a pseudo RNG in this game. Obviously, this game is deterministic, so it's not like an actual like proper RNG where like you get non-deterministic outcomes, but you get like a random stream of like bits basically, and you can use those to like toggle a door at seemingly random intervals, and so that's what inspired this world. Was basically you can create sort of like a PRNG in this game, but because Leaf has time traveling powers, he already knows all of the outcomes, and so he has no issues just like cheating at the casino. He's a time traveler. Leaf is a time traveler and can cheat. I have shown off that mechanism, by the way, if you've ever watched any of my like world building streams where I build my own world, work on like the ye old Chimera factory world. So that is something I have shown off in the past. Welcome. Please have your ID of verification so we can give you money. Yeah, so CF obviously wrote these NPCs here. There is a basement. I don't know how you're supposed to get through here, but I guess there was a plan to have like a bunch of star keys. That'd be my guess. Like you're gonna clear everyone's sections. Yeah, here's the hub, and each section would give you like a star key. Yeah, and you can see the signs for like this area was claimed by nobody, this one's claimed by nobody. Yeah, you can just see there was like a series of rooms and then like a star key. So yeah, there were plans for this world, but don't know if they will ever come to fruition. But hey, that's fine. That's why we're covering this, right? Covering the potentially lost media worlds of this game. And then there's that, sure, why not? Yep, just another empty area. I do have one section here that I did claim, because I thought it'd be, it'd be fun to just, try and contribute something to this if this actually became a thing. But it kind of didn't. So yeah, there's roulette. We'll take a look at that in a sec. Let's go clear this out first. Get this key. But yeah, try your luck. Bet on red or black. This is basically just completely RNG. Oh yeah, here it's explained here. But it's actually incorrect. There's a bug in this version of the LFSR implementation. I think there is actually a pattern to the... If you wait long enough, you can actually like see a pattern emerge, if I remember correctly. Maybe I'm wrong about that, actually. This is actually looking kind of random. Never mind, I think this one actually is random. But yeah, you just hit one of these switches. And then... yeah, you hope that it goes either to black and sacrifices here, or it goes to red and sacrifices over here. And you can see like this is red, this is black, right? In this case, I bet on black, and so I win, and so I'm allowed to go into here and blow up all this and proceed to a room where there's literally nothing. But yeah, this was what was going to happen here. Unfortunately, I did not come up with more rooms. And then I ended up moving roulette to its own room in my own world. So yeah, this is under the assumption that this room or this world isn't going to get finished. Because yeah, it seems like a pretty ambitious project. I kind of doubt that it'll ever be finished. Yeah, now we have enough star keys so we can come through here. Yeah, and then this was intended to be a final stretch with one room by each creator, but that also just didn't happen because, yeah, there weren't any other creators here. Broke Ferret. Leaf lose all of his money, he's broke now. And that's the end. So yeah, that's what Casino Collab would have been, or might have been. But unfortunately, it never ended up going anywhere. All right. I do see at least one other world I can cover here. Was it Ice Puzzle 2? Oh yeah, this one I think was maybe just a one-room thing. Yeah, this was I think during the time where new meta adventure was being created. So maybe a little bit of a peek behind the curtain on this one. But this world was, this world was created as sort of like here's a puzzle that I'm building for Leaf's new meta adventure. I think it's pretty cool. Do you want to play it? And I was like, sure, why not? And so I think I played it, and that's this room, which I believe is completely unchanged to its final iteration. How does this room work? I remember this room being a little bit tricky. Yeah, imagine that. But how did it work? Oh, I think we need to... I don't think we wanted to press that switch. Okay, that one's safe to switch. Or safe to step on. Okay, we're gonna come around like this way, I think. Yeah, I don't remember. I do remember the final setup involves putting 2 blocks here and a bomb bug here. You go here, you blow it up. I think you hit this switch and then you blow up this one. It's something like that. I don't exactly remember how it goes. I feel like I should be able to remember how to do this. This wasn't a hard puzzle, if I remember correctly, at all. And I noticed that there's this little like bridge to the north. For like leering the bomb bug there, yeah. Okay, no, I remember now. It's this, and then this. Except I need to be able to get out of here, so I guess I took the wrong trapdoor. Yeah, it's this, and then this. We don't want to hit this pressure plate down here, because that cooks the monster blocks, and we don't want that. Then we want to come all the way up here, lure you that way. You get scared by that monster block. We don't want to step south here, which is what these trapdoors are for. Then we hit this switch, blow up this, That causes those to slide. You want to go here so that this blows up. Oops, I think one turn earlier. And then, yeah, now that block goes along this diagonal, and then everything just kind of solves itself. There we go. Yeah, so this is just like a room from New Meta Adventure, basically, but in a sort of like beta-ish state. But it actually just ended up being copied over as is, I believe. I don't think there were any changes, or not any significant changes. Obviously, that gold star isn't there in the actual world. Ah, okay. Laser hell. Right. So this is the world that I made. And this is a room that ended up going into Ultra World at some point. Yeah, that's just there to force you to have to wait a bit. But yeah, Laser Hell is a room where I used my RNG mechanism to make it so that basically these doors toggle kind of pseudo-randomly. And so these eyes will see you because they track you. They're snake eyes, right? And yeah, they'll shoot you depending on like which doors are up and which ones are down. And there isn't really like a great way to like reason about this. It's mostly just trial and error, and it really sucks. And I've never actually cleared this myself. I think CF said that he's cleared this ever since I donated it to him to use in Ultra World. But I was like, I hate this room. I don't think I could ever publish this. I thought it'd be like maybe a fun and interesting idea for like a boss fight somewhere, but then I started playing it and I realized this sucks. Like, this is just not good. There are ways to make progress, but yeah, again, it's completely just PRNG. Yeah, like that's just bad RNG, so we can't go in there. Then wait around a bit, see if we can get a different timing that works here. But yeah, this one's just silly. Yeah, and every time you hit this switch... Oh! Oh, right, this is like a beta version of this room, I think. Like a playtest version of the room. You only have to hit the switch once. But yeah, there was going to be one of those like Monster Metropolis style health bar systems here. And this bomb bug that's over here was supposed to be over here. And you're supposed to push it all the way over here. And there was another variant of this room, like an earlier version of this room, that had a slug going back and forth on some pressure plates that slowly pushed this bomb bug back to the east. Yeah, no, I think that one was actually maybe impossible. That was like the worst iteration of this room, though. This one is actually not that bad, though. Because this one you only have to hit that switch once. But you still have to survive. You still need to be able to get back. So it's not quite free. But yeah, this is how you get out of the room once you're done. Okay, so yeah, this is... On this variant of the room, I have a clear, technically now. Do I want to save this or anything? No, I've already given this room away. We're never touching this room again. I don't want to. I'm never gonna publish that. Next on the list we have Inverter. So Inverter is this is the origin story, the origin room for... Wait, is it? No, what is this one? Oh, wait, I think I remember what this one was. No, I think I remember what this one was. Right, this is... So when I saw Inverter, I thought, was this like a NOT gate tutorial or something? Because I've already done like NOT gates before. No, this is not. This is not a NOT gate tutorial or anything like that. There was a time where we were like brainstorming circuit components in this game. like like digital logic circuit stuff. And one thing that came up was an idea to make Leaf have to hit a switch like every n turns, otherwise he runs out of time. And so there'd have to be like some kind of resettable clock mechanism. This is the same mechanism that is featured in Ultra World, by the way, in a room called Time Bomb. But yeah, this particular mechanism here doesn't work. This was a like prototype version that CF sent me, trying to implement that idea. But yeah, like I said, it didn't work. We weren't, or at least this iteration of it, we weren't able to get it to work. I do have a working version of this somewhere. Obviously, there's a working version of this in Ultra World, so I don't need to show that off. But yeah, this was like a precursor to that. So that's the story behind that world. Let's see. There was one other one I really wanted to show off. I could show off Monolith. What's Oscillator? I don't remember this one. Oh, this is the broken... Right, this is the broken version of that timer thing. I'll show that off another time. I think I've already shown it off on stream once already. PRNG is pretty obvious what that one is. I've already kind of shown that mechanism a few times now. I mean, if we want, we can take a quick look at that. Yeah, it's this. I've shown this on stream multiple times, I'm pretty sure. We don't need to see that one. There was one I really wanted to show. It was XOR. It was this one. This is the origin story for that mechanism. So this is a world that was sent to me by CF, again, as usual. This one is an actual like functioning XOR gate. And this is what I needed to implement the LFSR, the PRNG that I've been using in some puzzles rooms that haven't been published yet. So why this design? Why does this design matter? The reason why this design matters is actually kind of subtle. So if you're not familiar, toggling a toggle door already has an XOR semantics to it, because like if I were to take both of these toggle switches, hook them up to a singular door, then what would happen is that door would basically the state of that door would match an XOR gate already. So technically, you don't really need to build an XOR gate like this explicitly. That doesn't actually like the simplest XOR gate you can build in this game is just n toggle switches hooked up to a toggle door, right? Now there are multiple interpretations of like what it means to have an XOR gate that takes multiple inputs, but the most common interpretation is just like a chain of XOR gates. So that's what I did, or that's what I needed for the LFSR. You need to actually chain these XOR gates. And unfortunately, using just like a single toggle door for that wasn't really working because of delays caused by bomb bugs moving on and off of pressure plates. You can see a little bit of that here too with this design. I don't know if I can show it off because these switches are too far apart. I can't actually show that off here. But yeah, if like both bomb bugs were to move at the same time, you'd see this toggle door like very quickly like jump up for like half a turn and then go back down by the end of the turn. That doesn't happen in this particular room, but that would happen normally. And so I made like a 0 delay version of this, which is what is featured in the LFSR. But yeah, this is kind of the origin story of that. This is the XOR gate design that was sent to me. It is not very space efficient. Like there's a bunch of stuff here that doesn't need to be like space, but like I think this is literally just kind of just a copy paste of what I was using for the AND gates in Monster Metropolis. So yeah, that's kind of the origin of this. There might be a way to do it with just a toggle door. Like you might be able to look at, okay, now I'm going to actually go back to PRNG. Like you might be able to look at this room and find a way to like compress this all down. I could not find a way to do it. Like these pressure plates all have to be wired to very specific inputs, and yeah, like as far as I can tell, this is like the only way to actually properly implement this PRNG, or like the most compact way to implement it for this like number of bits. But again, I don't know. I'm not actually totally sure if that's like the only way you can do it. There might be a way to compress this further. I don't know, maybe someone who's a little bit more well studied at like the internals of like how this game works and like turn order shenanigans can like figure out a scheme for making that work. But yeah, that is that room. Water pitchers I won't show because I already have this world, and 8 puzzle are both they're both one room worlds. Those rooms show up in another world that I'm currently working on, and I've actually shown off both of those before as well too. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna go through the list, see if there's anything else in here that really stands out to me as like, oh yeah, that was like a thing that probably won't get shown off ever otherwise. Just want to make sure that I've kept inventory here correctly. Oh yeah, Monolith. Monolith is like the last one, I'm pretty sure. What's weird? Did I make this? No, this one's by Creative Ferret. Wait, what is this one? Oh, it's this room. This is another beta of another NMA room. I'm trying to remember what this one was about. I think I may have even cheesed this room, come to think of it. Right, you have to make these like sandwiches. Right, and this was a Chimera puzzle. I remember now. Yeah, so you want to bait that over and then merge these two together. Yes, okay, I remember this now. And then you get this like weird like sandwich. And I think you can just like take these 2 statues out like this, yeah. And then you get up here and then you just do this, and then the room is basically cleared. Yeah, that's that room. Okay, yeah, this is another like beta room. Ultra World, we already know about Ultra World. Oh, the key routing one, that one's actually pretty interesting. I can show this one off real quick, and also probably Monolith. Let's go through these 2 real quick. We're almost through the whole list, I think. Yeah, so Monolith is another unfinished CF world. This one's not that hard or long. It's just, I think it was supposed to be like a big tower. It's similar to the towers in Ultra World, now I think about it. Like, looking at this, yeah, this just looks a lot like those tower rooms. This was the world where we discovered that 3-button speed breaks replays, because I was using 3 button speed to move through this world a little bit more quickly. And it turns out that, yeah, that is kind of a thing. Yeah, there we go. That's that room. It's kind of a nothing room. Yeah, a lot of these rooms are kind of just nothing rooms. This room was inspired by Adventurer, I think. It looks like an Adventurer room. But you just need to move this eye around and shoot stuff. And that's basically it. Yeah, that lets you clear the room. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this mechanism was in Adventurer. Alright. This room was about just breaking this thing apart, I think, which was pretty simple. There may have been a bit of stacking involved, actually, come to think of it. I'm trying to remember, though. Yeah, actually, no, that's... I'm pretty sure we actually need to stack this block. Except I don't remember how this works. Okay, maybe that needed to be down already. Yeah, that might have needed to be down. I may have soft locked myself there. But I think this is like an elevation 2 mechanism, except it doesn't work that way. Because I need to put another block there. But I don't have this block, so I think I've messed up already. Actually, no, I do have... Wait, no? No, I don't have that block. Never mind. There should be a way to get all the boxes, I think. If I remember correctly. Well, at least here, I mean, we can just slide this along the wall, so that's fine. Right, and this one, we want to go down here, hit that, put this here, put this in place here, and then put this here. There we go. And that's how you get through there. Another easy room. Nothing to this. This one was about bridging. Right, that lets you go there. Okay, yeah, now I remember. Right, and then you want to go up on top of this thing. So you can get through here. And then the world ends. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing. It was unfinished. So yeah, that's Monolith. And the last one is this one. Ultra World Jonet loves key routing. Oh boy, this one. I guess I can show this. This one actually is sort of interesting. It's just... I think this one was made because I expressed... like, I like my key routing puzzles, right? I made them in not Ultra World, wow. I'm getting confused. Monster Metropolis for a reason. I seem to recall there was something sneaky about this. Right, one-way ladder here. I genuinely don't remember how this routes, though. But yeah, there's just like a bunch of rooms. These were apparently supposed to become puzzle rooms. These might still become rooms eventually. Like, this might end up in Ultra World or something, but... yeah, as it stands, like, this is a sort of standalone world already in and of itself. So I might as well just show this off. Don't think it'll take too long to resolve. Then again, I also don't really remember everything. But yeah, it is possible to get yourself soft locked, so you do need to be kind of careful with how you navigate the rooms. That much I do remember. Alright, there is a key here too. Yeah, if you kill this flying snake, yeah, you lose access to this route, I believe. Well, at least it becomes a one-way route, so yeah, you kind of have to be careful about that. But you do want all these Terra keys at some point. You remember that much. Yeah, so I think we're done there. 3 Terra keys get us to... ow, right, that's hot coal. I believe that's what you want to do. Yeah, I'm just kind of picking up keys and just running around. Because I don't remember. Right, it depends on how you start this room. Well, these are both one-way. Right, and then if I go back to this room from the other side, then it's okay. I do lose my last Terra key if I do that, though. Yeah. Was there anything under here? No. Yeah, with no Terra keys, this might be a loss. Oh yeah, I already went in that room from the east. Alright, yeah, here's my last prime. Okay, that gives me one more Terra. That's good. I think. Wait, I have to go up here for that, right? Yeah. Yeah, that gets me all the Terra keys that I could ever need, I think. Oh, that brings me back here, though. So no, I didn't want to spend that. I think. Right? Like, there's no reason to come back here. Well, I have a sky key here. There's a sneaky ladder here, too. There's another Terra. Oh yeah, and there's more Terra keys here. Yeah, these were all supposed to be puzzle rooms. These like edge rooms that you see here. And there's another one here. I don't know if this is enough though. Yeah, I think that's all of them. Yeah, that brings us back here. I probably could have saved one of them. Because yeah, now I think we go back through all this. Because we want to get all of these, but yeah, now I'm short one. So the door that I wasn't supposed to open was... gosh, where was that room? No, it was a different room. It was the one above this one. God. Choose room. This room. Cleared, I think. Sort of start. Yeah, we didn't want to open this door. Ah, but if I've cleared this room, it's too late, right? So I have to be even. I have to go back even further than that. Yeah. Okay, I remember now. Okay. Well, that's this world. I don't really want to go through everything here right now. You can kind of see how it would play out if I didn't make that mistake. So I would get this. I get all these sky keys. We'd come back up here, open this up, get this infernal key. The infernal lets us open up the door here, which goes up to this room. Let's clear this. Let's just grab the star key, and then we'd be done. So yeah, that was basically the entire world. So yeah, that's all of the unpublished worlds. I have been called for dinner. You probably heard that in the microphone, but someone just called me for dinner. So I really got to get going. Thank you all for watching and hanging out today. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, one thing I've noticed is that we're at like over 284 watch hours in like the last 7 months, which is crazy. Like that's so many more watch hours than I ever thought this channel would have. So yeah, I really want to say I really appreciate everyone who's been hanging out, watching the streams, watching the VODs too. I know that there are some lurkers out there who have been watching the VODs. I just want to say thank you for actually checking those out, because it does add up. Those numbers do actually matter. It's kind of interesting, because it's like I never thought that people would like bother watching my streams and stuff, but yeah, the fact that I even have like 284 watch hours is like, to me that's like an insane amount of time. And that is total across like everything that I've streamed and like uploaded so far on this channel. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today. Next time, we'll be doing some more of the Highlands, and yeah, I'm not sure what's gonna happen this week or for Friday's stream. We'll see. I have some ideas for what I might stream on Friday. I don't think I'm gonna do Duck Off again, but I might come back to that game at a later date. We shall see. All right. See y'all. Goodbye.